Welcome back to the 5 Red Lights YouTube channel. This week, let's talk about Qatar.
It's lights out and away we go.
The Lusail International Circuit, located in the city of Lusail, which is actually a municipality just outside of the capital city of Doha, is a relatively new track with a significant impact on motorsport, hosting events such as MotoGP and Formula One. Back in 2004, the government of Qatar, as well as the Qatar Motor and Motorcycle Federation, envisioned a circuit that could host large world events such as Formula One and MotoGP. This was in a grand effort to diversify the country's economic impact on the world and bring people into a new city. The city of Lusail is in a suburb of the capital city of Doha. The track was actually designed by a very famous Formula One track designer, Herman Tilke. The circuit is a 3.3 mile long track, 16 turns, a very long pit straight, and a vast opportunity for overtakes and interesting race strategies. The first race that was actually held on this track was the 2004 MotoGP before the track was actually officially even opened, which would signify the beginning of a long relationship with MotoGP and the city of Lusail. Another interesting fact about this race is it was actually the very first night race that MotoGP had ever raced in, and it continues to be a night race to this day. Even back in the mid-2000s, Formula One did hold testing here at this track, but it wasn't until much later that they would come here to have official Grand Prix. Fast forward over a decade, and in 2021, Formula One would host its very first Grand Prix at the Lusail International Circuit. A 10-year agreement was made with the Lusail International Circuit to use it as a feature race, but in 2021, it was actually used as a replacement circuit for the Australian GP, which was cancelled due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The track was challenging and unique, and it was a night race, which made it even more exciting. The 2021 Qatar Grand Prix was dominated by Lewis Hamilton, and some of the battles and actions still lead highlight reels to this day. Max Verstappen, who would go to win his very first world championship, also had quite a spectacular drive in the 2021 Qatar Grand Prix. People often wonder why there was no race held here in the year of 2022, and this was because Formula One did not want to interfere with the other proceedings that were happening in Qatar at this time, the FIFA World Cup. But don't you worry, in 2023, Formula One would return. It wouldn't be Lewis Hamilton who would dominate this race. He actually crashed in the very first turn. It would be Max Verstappen that would go on to dominate this race and win it with ease. At this time, it's hard for us all to remember when McLaren wasn't dominating the top of the field. In the 2023 season, McLaren had it rough at the start, but by the 2023 Qatar Grand Prix, they were up at the front fighting for podiums, in which they got the second and third place spots. The 2024 Grand Prix will likely be no different. Expect to see amazing driving performances from the likes of McLaren, probably Mercedes, probably Red Bull, potentially Ferrari. I tend to believe that Mercedes will continue to do well here at this track, as both of the previous times they have raced here they have done well. And because the track temperature is going to be pretty close to what we had in Las Vegas, I think that Mercedes will fare well. I would personally like to think that Ferrari would be able to get over their fear of high-speed corners, and hopefully they do, so they can be in the front spot also. But alas, Max Verstappen is also racing in this Grand Prix, and he's in top form. If I had to have my guess, I think Max takes it home this weekend. I do also want to go ahead and extend my congratulations to Max Verstappen and the team at Red Bull. Quite amazing that Max Verstappen has gone to win 4 consecutive World Drivers' Championships. The year of racing we've had here in 2024 was quite amazing. The battles between Max and Lando are second to none. Were these battles always fair? I don't know. I'm not a professional driver and I'm not a driver's steward. It did provide us with a lot of entertainment and great racing. So let's all sit back and relax under the stars as we go to 5 red lights for the 2024 Qatar Grand Prix.